Have you ever looked at someone in their 90s or even 100s and thought, how do they do it? How are they still so full of life? Maybe you've wondered if it's just good genes or pure luck. But here's the truth. Living a long, healthy life isn't just about chance. It's about the choices we make every single day, especially after 60. Now, I know what you might be thinking at my age. Is it too late to make a difference? And my answer? Absolutely not. Science shows that the habits we adopt in our 60s, 70s, and beyond can add years, even decades, to our lives. And the best part? These habits aren't complicated. They're simple, practical, and something you can start today. So, in this video, we're going to talk about 5 science-backed habits that can help you not just live longer, but live better. More energy, more strength, more joy, because what's the point of living to 100 if you're not enjoying it? Let's dive in. Habit number 1, move like your life depends on it, because it does. The first habit might sound obvious, but it's so powerful that skipping it could mean missing out on years of good health. And that habit is movement. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights, unless that's your thing. But the research is clear. People who stay active after 60 have stronger hearts, sharper minds, and fewer chronic illnesses. So, what kind of movement are we talking about? Something as simple as a daily 30-minute walk can work wonders. Studies show that regular walking lowers your risk of heart disease, keeps your joints flexible, and even helps prevent memory loss. And if walking isn't your favorite, try swimming, dancing, or even gardening. Anything that gets you up and moving counts. Here's a quick tip. If you've been inactive for a while, start small. 5 minutes a day, then 10, then 20. The key is consistency. Think of it like this. Every step you take is an investment in your future self. Habit number 2, eat the rainbow. And no, I don't mean candy. Now, let's talk about food, because what you eat after 60 can either speed up aging or slow it down dramatically. And one of the simplest, most effective ways to eat for longevity? Fill your plate with color. I'm talking about fruits and vegetables in every shade, deep greens like spinach and kale, bright reds like tomatoes and bell peppers, purples like blueberries and eggplant. Why? These foods are packed with antioxidants, which fight off the damage that ages our cells. They also reduce inflammation, which is a huge culprit behind chronic diseases. But here's the thing, as we get older, our digestion changes. Maybe you've noticed certain foods don't sit as well as they used to. That's why focusing on fiber-rich, nutrient-dense foods is even more important. Try adding 1 extra vegetable to every meal, maybe some roasted carrots with dinner or a handful of berries with breakfast. Small changes add up. And while we're on the topic, let's talk about protein. Many seniors don't get enough, and that can lead to muscle loss and weakness. So, make sure you're including lean proteins like fish, beans, eggs, or tofu in your meals. Your muscles and your future self will thank you. Now that we've covered movement and eating for longevity, let's talk about something just as important, keeping your mind sharp. Because living to 100 isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. You know, there's a saying that goes, a sharp mind is the best anti-aging tool you'll ever own. And it's true, because what good is a strong body if your brain isn't keeping up? That brings us to habit number 3, challenge your brain every single day. Habit number 3, your brain is a muscle. Use it or lose it. Think about this. When you stop using a muscle, it weakens. Well, your brain works the same way. After 60, if we don't actively engage our minds, those neural connections start to slow down. But here's the good news. It's never too late to strengthen your brain, and it doesn't require crossword puzzles if you hate them. One of the most powerful ways to keep your mind sharp? Learn something new. A study from the University of Texas found that seniors who took on mentally challenging hobbies like painting, playing an instrument, or even learning a language had significantly better memory and focus. It's not about being perfect. It's about stretching your mind in new directions. Try this. Pick one thing you've always wanted to try. Maybe it's photography, chess, or even using a new app on your phone. Spend 10 minutes a day on it. At first, it might feel frustrating. Ever tried teaching a grandparent to text? You know what I mean. But that frustration? That's your brain growing. Embrace it. And if you really want a brain boost, combine mental and physical activity. Something as simple as counting your steps out loud while walking or memorizing a grocery list without writing it down fires up multiple parts of your brain at once. Sneaky, right? Habit number 4, stay connected. Loneliness is as dangerous as smoking. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Scientists have found that chronic loneliness is as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Let that sink in. After 60, social connections aren't just about fun, they're a lifeline. But here's the catch: as we age, our circles naturally shrink. Friends move away, families get busy, and it's easy to feel isolated. That's why habit number 4 is all about intentionally nurturing relationships, and yes, that includes making new friends, even at 80 or 90. A Harvard study that's tracked people for over 80 years found one consistent predictor of long, happy lives: strong relationships. Not money, not fame, meaningful connections. So how do you build them? Start small. Call an old friend just to chat. Join a book club, even an online one. Volunteer somewhere that aligns with your passions: animal shelters, community gardens, libraries. These aren't just activities, they're opportunities to meet people who share your interests. And if mobility is an issue, technology is your ally. Video calls, social media groups for seniors, even online games like virtual bingo can keep you engaged. My 92-year-old Aunt Helen plays Scrabble online with her great-grandkids every Sunday. She loses on purpose to keep them interested, but don't tell them I told you. Now, these first 4 habits, moving, eating well, challenging your mind, and staying connected, they're like the foundation of a house. But there's one more habit that ties them all together, and it's the one most people overlook. It's not about your body or your brain. It's about your spirit. We've talked about moving your body, feeding it well, keeping your mind sharp, and nurturing your relationships. But there's one last habit, the secret ingredient that turns all of these into a life worth living to 100. And that's habit number 5, wake up with a purpose. Habit number 5, purpose, the hidden key to longevity. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to age slower than others? They're the ones who still light up when they talk about their garden, their volunteer work, or teaching their great-grandkids how to fish. That spark? That's purpose. And science proves it matters just as much as diet or exercise. Researchers in Japan studied centenarians, people who lived past 100, and found something fascinating. Nearly all of them had a clear sense of purpose, something that got them out of bed in the morning. It didn't have to be grand. For some, it was tending to a small herb garden. For others, it was writing letters to faraway family. The size of the purpose doesn't matter, the feeling of being needed does. Here's why this works. When you have a reason to wake up, your body responds. Stress hormones drop. Your immune system gets stronger. Even chronic pain can feel lighter. One study from Canada found that seniors with a strong sense of purpose were 30% less likely to die during the 7-year study, no matter their health at the start. So how do you find your purpose? Ask yourself, what makes me feel truly alive? Maybe it's mentoring younger people, recording family stories, even something as simple as being the person who always remembers birthdays. My friend George, at 87, became the neighborhood weather reporter. Every morning, he posts the forecast on his building's bulletin board. It's small, but it matters. And that's the point. Bringing it all together. Let's take a step back. Living to 100 isn't about counting years, it's about making those years count. And the beautiful thing? These 5 habits don't just add life to your years, they add years to your life. To recap, move daily. Even just a little. Eat the rainbow. Your plate should look like a sunset. Challenge your brain like it's a friendly rival. Nurture connections like they're oxygen. And most importantly, find your why, the thing that makes your heart feel light. You don't have to do this perfectly. Miss a walk? Forgot to eat veggies today? That's okay. What matters is that you keep coming back to these habits day after day. Small steps, taken consistently, create unstoppable momentum. A message just for you. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time? Today. It's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 80, or 100, your body and mind are listening. They're waiting for you to lead them toward more joy, more strength, more life. I'd love to hear from you. What's your purpose? What gets you excited to start the day? Share it in the comments below. Let's inspire each other. And if this video helped you, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on living vibrantly at any age. Remember, aging isn't about slowing down. It's about rising up. Here's to your next 100 years.